very solemn poem for you all. Here we go. Taxes when you live, taxes when you die, taxes when you laugh, taxes when you cry, taxes when you spend, and taxes when you sell. I hate those bloody taxes. Let's send them all to hell. All right, just came up with that on the fly. All right, so today we are talking, if you haven't already guessed, about income taxes, and actually all taxes, because they're all bullshit. They are all insidious, evil things, which downgrade the life of so many amazing American citizens and citizens all across the world. Now, income tax in particular, I think, is just so incredibly evil. Now, it wouldn't be if the government actually used your taxes for good purposes and was actually a good steward of your money, but they don't give a shit. If you think the government's doing a better job with your money than you would do, you're out of your mind. Okay? That's just the plain and simple fact of the matter. So I want you to recognize for a second. People always are saying, we need to up the wages. And I'm for people making more money. Don't get me wrong. I'm on the same boat myself. I want people to make more money. But also, wouldn't it make sense to potentially just lower the amount of taxes on your dollar? That's crazy. So instead of 25 to 35 cents out of every dollar taken, they take 5 to 10 cents. Maybe that's a way to actually get more money back in your pocket, more of your hard-earned money. I want you to imagine that you're at your place of work, right? Maybe you're a work-from-home person, so you're at your house. Good for you. Or you're at your business. Let's say it's a bakery, okay? And you've been baking all week. So hard. You've been really trying to make people's lives better. They come in and you smile at them. You say, "Hello, sir. How can I help you today?" And they're like, "I'd like 2 chocolate Long Johns, please." And you're like, "Oh, here you go. Have a great day." So you're having, you have worked so hard all week and you've provided people with a great service. And your employer sends your paycheck, right? And, you're walking out. Let's say he pays you in cash. So he pays you in cash, and you're walking out, and there's this guy, right? He's got his hood over his head, and he's got his arms crossed, and he's leaning against the wall of your institution, your organization. And he's like, hey, you. And you're like, who the hell are you? And he's like, my name's Fred. I'm going to need a quarter of your paycheck. You'd say, get the hell away from me, Fred. I don't give a shit what you want. I just worked super hard all week, and you're not going to take a quarter of my paycheck. That is ridiculous. And yet, Fred beats the shit out of you and takes your money anyways. That is the government, basically, except we just let it happen. Right? So we don't think about, just taxes. They just suck. They are what they are. And yet, it's a quarter for so many people. I mean, you look at your paycheck, and it's so much less than what it could be. It's ridiculous. Now, if income tax was the only thing you had to deal with tax-wise, okay, I could see that making more sense, but it's not. There are taxes hidden everywhere the government can hide them. Everywhere. You buy something? Oh, yeah, you're going to get taxed on that. You sell something? Oh, also, you're going to get taxed on that as well. Oh, you own something? You own a house? Oh, sorry, we're going to have to tax your property, okay? You want to go enjoy a couple brewskis with the boys? Oh, sorry. We're going to actually, it's bad for you to drink alcohol. It's actually a bad substance. So we're going to have to, tax that a little more. You want a cigarette? We're going to have to tax that a little more. Who gave the government the wherewithal, the ability to just say, this thing's bad for you, so we're going to have to tax it so you don't hurt yourself, okay? Now, you be a good person over there. It makes me so mad. It's it's truly insidious. Now, I haven't even gotten into the worst of this, people. So it's you own a boat or a car, you're going to get taxed on it. You own a house. You don't actually own the house because if you're not bringing enough money to cover taxes, you don't really own it. It's not yours. It's ridiculous. And yet this is just everyday life. And now I'm going to talk about really the most evil and disgusting of all taxes, which is known as the death tax. Now, in particular states across the United States, there is this policy known as the death tax. And if a person does not have a will to pass their money onto their, people they want to pass it on to, whether it's their children, their spouse, or, a distant friend that you haven't seen in years, but you want to bless them in a certain way with your money upon your passing. If you don't have a will, the government can take up to 50% of your assets. 50% of your assets. That includes your house and your car and all the things you own. It's known as the death tax, and it is the most evil, downright just evil. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, that is sickening on every level, right? You work your entire life to potentially make enough money to have enough goods to pass on to your family, people you love, and then the government comes in and says, well, you didn't write a will, so we're going to have to take 50%. What kind of bullshit is that? Like, how is that allowed? That is robbery to the highest degree. It's terrible. Now, I was talking earlier about how I want people to make more money. I truly do. I really want you all to do very well. I hope you wish the same for me. And we're always talking about raising wages. But what if, alternatively, we lower taxes? Now, a lot of states, actually not a lot, but a few states have done this. I believe Tennessee has, and I know for a fact that Florida has. So what have they done? They've eliminated income tax. Now, you can't eliminate the federal, but you can eliminate the state, right? They take away your state income tax, which is a really awesome thing. Now, here's the complaint. This is an argument I have to destroy real fast because it's really stupid, and it's keeping states like my own from eliminating income tax. But people will say, well, you eliminated income tax, but it's going to go everywhere else. It's going to spread out across property. It's going to spread out across goods and groceries and all these other, all these other commodities. And you're going to pay more taxes on those things. And my answer is yes. Yes, you will. And it sucks. But guess who gets to choose where the money goes? Show me the money, you've got the money. That's where it's at, right? So when you eliminate the income tax, you have more money in your pocket. You have more freedom to choose where that money goes. Otherwise, the government just takes it. It's gone. You won't see it again, and you're still paying taxes on these other things. So what if your Snickers bar has an extra 2 cents on it? Guess who gets to choose who buys a Snicker bar? You do. That's on you. That's on you. So, anyways, I know I'm getting a little fired up here, but taxes, they're bullshit. They're one of the most evil creations man has come up with. Okay, I mean we've got some things that are probably worse, but I mean this country, America, the country that I freaking love, was founded on the idea that hey, don't tax us too much, or else we're gonna get crazy and we're gonna throw tea out of your ships all into the harbor. Okay. That's what we were founded on. And now we're at a point where people are getting taxed at 25%. If you're just a middle class person, right? And everybody's like, tax the rich, tax the rich. Screw off. Just don't tax anybody. Hot take. Get rid of taxes. They're bullshit. They make everyone's life worse, except for people in the government who aren't even essential. You've got people hired all over the place who don't do anything. They sit in offices and they do a terrible job. I, for instance, have a very small side remodeling business, okay, where I can just pick up odd-end jobs and I have the legal protection of a limited liability company. To me, that mattered. So I did that, and I also wanted to learn the ins and outs of business. Creating a business with government workers, government employees, is one of the most aggravating, mind-numbing, it almost feels self-destructive thing you can do. You just sit there, sending in document after document after document, waiting for people to approve it, and then they approve it, and then the other person has to approve it, and then you send it to this guy, and they send it to that guy, and it is the most inefficient way to do things, and their online portals are absolute shit. So the government's not doing a great job. If you were, I'd be a little less hard on you, but you guys do a really, really shitty job with my money, so I'd like it back. Stop taxes. Cut it out completely. That's where I'll end this Reuben Rants section. But taxes, they're bullshit. I don't know what else to tell you. Anyways, I love you all. I hope you enjoyed this segment.